Hi, I'm Adam. If you'd like to learn to paint, Bob Ross's channel is on YouTube. However, if you want to watch me paint a painting as I describe to you how I'm doing it with the techniques that I've learned over 4 years of painting like this, then please continue to watch. If you wouldn't mind, like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. And if you have any questions or suggestions or whatever, leave them in the comment section below. Uh, so with that out of the way, I'll just run through the stuff that I'm using today. I have a 16 by 20 cheap canvas from Hobby Lobby. I have liquid white, which you can also get from Hobby Lobby. I have 2-inch brush, round brush, 1-inch brush, fan brush. I have two of them. Palette knife, and a sort of script liner brush. Uh, I also have a roll of paper towels, and the paints we're using today is not a lot. It's Midnight Black, like maybe a tablespoon and a half's worth. Phthalo Blue, like a tablespoon. Alizarin Crimson, maybe a tablespoon. This is Cadmium Yellow, tablespoon's worth, and maybe a teaspoon's worth of white. So not very much. On a palette, I also have a bucket of mineral spirits or odorless paint thinner to wash off the brush. And that's it. And I got gloves because this shit gets everywhere. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so today's painting we're gonna do like kind of a simple one, but it will show you how to do a nice sunset with the sun still in the sky, not over the horizon. But we're actually gonna paint the sun. So we're gonna start with the cadmium yellow. For the sky, I like to just get a little bit and then just put it over here, just so it doesn't muck up, because we're going to use this yellow for the highlights on the trees later. So I'm just going to get my 2-inch brush, go into that yellow a little bit. You don't want nothing crazy here, just a little bit here. You can also tap on the side to see how much you have here. So most of our landmass is going to be in this area here as per usual. So I'm going to start the sky here. The light's going to be coming from this right hand side. So we're going to start not exactly at 50%, maybe like 60%. And little X's here. Bada beep, bada boop. This is pretty friggin' easy. Here, hopefully you can see it. It's a little light, but that's okay. I'm going to clean off my yellow here. We're going to have some water sort of coming through the middle here. So we'll just clean our brush off here. Okay, now I'm going to go also next directly into some of this alizarin crimson. I'm just going to get like just a touch and just move it off to the side. I like doing that just because it's a little easier. No need to clean the brush. Just go right into the red. Light. Start light. You can always add more. It's hard to take it out. Light red. Here again, you can test it just off to the side to see if it's what you want. But generally, you should be good. Now what I'm going to do is start up in the corners here so it's darkest here. And this is going to be like a real hazy sort of sky, but it'll be pretty cool. This is one of my favorite ones. Whatever. A little more red, and then you can mix the red and the yellow together like this. So you go into the red and then into that yellow here, and of course red and yellow make what? We learned it in kindergarten. It makes orange, right? I knew you knew. So, and it also kind of makes like this mauve orange kind of color. Mauve is like a light maroon color. I went to art college and took color theory, but that's my problem. Anyway, so then we're going to sort of dance it in here. X's. You'll notice I'm using the brush X's like this. Bob usually does it like this, but I just, for these, I don't know, it just feels a little bit better to me. Do it however you feel like. So we're going to clean off the brush here, this, and this. Remember, we're going to have this big sort of piece of land hill thing that comes over here. So we don't need to cover everything. Just put it down here in the bottom. If you want, you can just grab a little bit more color and just darken up this corner. These corners will probably be covered up anyway. I'm pretty sure. All right, so that's our dirty brush. That we'll use for the dark. Uh, if you only have one 2-inch brush, then you're gonna have to wash it. But I use two just so it's a little more convenient. So now this is our blending brush. So you want to start in the light part when you have like a two-tone sky. You want to start in the light part, right? So just blend it out, smooth it out here, and then start going into the line of where the red and the yellow meet up here. Good. And just blend it out, smoothing it out, smoothing everything out. You're going to have little pockets where there's like slightly darker colors. That's okay. Just blend it out, smoothing it out to what you want. If you need a little bit more firepower on your blending, just turn the brush sideways like that and then go in like this here. Here, good. And just go over everything left to right lightly, just here, and then smoothing out your water. Ooh, my wrist hurts. I did martial arts for 15 years and my wrist didn't hurt this bad. So anyway, so just smoothing out your water. Just go over everything. It's totally radical, dude. All right, good. All right, now on to the sun. Let's see. All right, let's just do it like this. So we're going to take our titanium white. This is probably the only time we'll use it during the painting. And you're just going to going to rub your finger in it. Get some on the tip of your finger. Okay. And then we're going to go right about here. Use your best judgment, and you want to sort of rub the paint in. Make it as big as you want. That's cool because some of it's going to be covered up by we're going to have some background land there. Cover it up. If it looks like there's a lot of paint, you can just sort of, oh shit. Sorry, I got the red on my brush. Oh, well, that's okay. Okay, right? So just scrape off if there's a little extra. Knock off your brush, and then we're going to go lightly across here. All right, that didn't work. Okay, good. Because I had red on my stupid knife, so it screwed it up. Plus, it's too light. Now, just get yourself just a bit of the liquid white. The same thing. Now we're going to mix again into the titanium white. I think it was too thick. This titanium white's really thick, so we're going to mix it in just to thin it out a little bit. Let's try this again. But see how I just blended it out and it's gone and you can start over. No big deal. So don't worry about screwing it up. So this is our sun. There. Good. Good enough. Let's see. Make sure your knife is clean, not like me. Just zip off lightly, just a little bit. Knock off the paint and then just whoosh, whoosh, lightly. Hopefully you can see that. Just a little bit. So hopefully you can see that. You don't want it to be too pronounced. It'll look like weird or fake or whatever. Okay, so that's the sky. All right, so we got the sky. So what I did here was I just mixed a tiny amount of the red, the alizarin crimson, and a tiny amount of the yellow, and then I added some white, and I just mixed it together. You get like this sort of pinkish, mauvish, salmon type color. Doesn't have to be exact. Just make sure it's light. All right. We're gonna use that for our foreground. For our we're gonna have some land over here. So you just want to tap, and then test. See how much you got, because you don't want this too dark, because this is close to the horizon. Anything close to the horizon is, lighter. All right, so we're gonna go just maybe a couple of inches, like maybe 2 inches above, or sorry, below the horizon here. So these are not like way far back. These are a little bit more in the foreground, right? But they're going to be pink because they're still going to be light. Okay, here, and just tap, 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 tap. All right, and now just like we've done before, we take our almost clean blending brush and we just blend out the bottom. Don't worry if some of the color sticks; it doesn't matter. Or don't worry if you had some of the red from previously, it doesn't matter. And then we'll just up, blend. Now this painting, if you went to art college like I did and wasted a bunch of money, this painting is going to be very warm, meaning warm colors, red, yellow, orange, brown. Well, we're not using brown, but brown would be one of them. Cold colors are blue, green, black, etc. This one is going to be very warm, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So now we need a slightly darker color, slightly, not too much. So take just a little bit more red and just mix it in there. You can take some yellow too, not too much. So we want just a sort of a darker color. Mix it up, mush it, pick it up, turn it over, mush it. There you go, done. Same brush, not the blending brush. This is our dirty dark brush here. So just now we're going for it. Now we're just loading it up. Here, tap, load it up. So like that. And then just right where the misty line is. Don't go too far down, it'll look silly. Just right there. Here. See, that's a little light. I'm gonna add some more red to that. Yeah, it's just a little on the light side. They kind of blend into one another. So add some more red. Mix it up. Whatever. Okay. So now we have this red. Okay. Red here. So load the brush up. Just pull it through. Tap it. There you go. All right. Now just start over. Just go right on top of that. Test it. Oh yeah, that's better. Now you can see it a little bit better because you want it to be distinctive from the other one. Otherwise, it's gonna blend in and you'll never see it, or it'll look lame. All right. So now we have, see, I got some brush strokes here, but that's okay. We're gonna just get rid of that. Tap, 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 tap. This tapping thing I use a lot, especially for the background. It's a great way to sort of get it out of there. Yeah. Good. Lift up and then smoothing it out. Okay. Now we're gonna do our dark foreground. We're gonna start moving into the foreground here. So this is a pretty easy painting. This video shouldn't be too long, but it's pretty easy. But again, it reinforces the beginner techniques or the basic techniques, the blending, the tapping, the highlighting, things like that. So, all right. So let's just move on. Just clear off this space here. You can use this pink. We might use this pink later just for the heck of it. So, all right, yeah, we're doing it. So take all of your black, all of your blue, most of your red. Leave some red. Maybe we'll do some nice orange colors or something, just for the heck of it. Anyway, mix up this massive blob of paint. Try not to fall asleep while I'm mixing this. I know this is riveting stuff. So we're just going to mash here. Pick it up, mash it. Usually I do this on a flat surface, but just so you can see, so you don't have to stare at the back of my head, I'm going to do it in air. But my hands are really cramping right now holding this friggin' stuff. Anyway, so all right, mash it up. That's good enough. All right, clean off your knife. Swipe it off. All right, now here, what should we do? Let's do some land. So So we're going to do some more land just like we had. So again, same old dirty brush, whatever. And we're just going to go right here. Here, we're going to start putting in this land. It's going to be dark here. Gonna be dark, gonna be dark, gonna be dark, gonna be dark. Um, I don't know, should we put like a tree on there or something? I don't know. Yeah. Now, you know what? In the interest of time, let's not. All right. So let's see. All right, let's put the. What should we do next? All right, let's blend this down into the reflection because remember this is here. So just light because this dark paint is kind of thick on there right now. So just go light. That's fine. Um, knock off the paint and then go side lightly, lightly, lightly. Good. All right, let's get a little bit of liquid white, not much. Let's do our yellow here. Get our yellow. Get a little bit of that dark color. So this will be a green, greenish. You don't want this super bright here. You don't want this super bright because it's further away, so it's not going to be as bright as the other stuff we're going to put in, the stuff in the foreground. So here, tap that, and we're just try it. See if the paint is light enough. Yeah, that looks good. Hopefully you can see that, and just start it. If it doesn't look bright enough, then it's probably correct for here, right? So you get the first initial top layer here. You can use some paint thinner if you need lightly, easily. I'll show you what happens when you have too much. It works out perfectly. So please don't listen to me. Uh, yeah, okay, there you go. So, and you know that's one of the things that you learn as you go along: how much paint thinner to use, how little, how much, you know, whatever. All right, so the land for today is not going to be too crazy because our focus today is on the sky, you know, with the sun and all that. So, but we still do need a water line. So let me just move this white paint over here. Okay, so I'm going to get some liquid white. I'm going to flatten it out, just mush it, and just cut across. And trust me, let me tell you, I've tried a bunch of different ways, but the way Bob does it, where he tells you to mush it out, flatten it, and then cut across like that, it works the best. So who knew? Bob Ross figured it out. Apparently that guy knows what he's doing. So then just give it a water line. It separates the the uh, the reflection from the land. Good. And don't go crazy. You don't need like this big, thick white line. You know, let it be invisible in some spots. So anyway, all right. Now we're ready for our foreground. We're gonna have some trees. I know we did evergreen trees a decent amount with the last two videos. So now we're gonna do plain like maple trees or whatever, just the regular trees where they have a um, a trunk and then the stuff up top. Let's see, are we going to use the red anymore? I don't think so. Just take this last little bit of red. We're not going to use it. Just mix it into the dark stuff. It doesn't matter. Here, we got a lot of paint, but that's okay. We're going to use it. All right. So here, and okay. So it's not too hard. Let me just wipe off my knife here. All right, now, let's decide what to do. Either that or not decide what to do. Just get some paint. This is fun. Just big gob of paint. This is our paint. I'm just one direction, like Bob said, just mush it, mush it, mush it. And then if you can see, there's like half, like see how this one edge is like, it's like glued together. There's so much paint. Okay. Here, now we're gonna come up here. We're gonna go, we're just gonna have a big mass of bush. Sorry, don't read into that. Uh, anyway, so we're gonna have this here, just a lot of shrubbery and growth and whatever. Good, good. Here, get some more. It seems like you have a lot, but it really does get used up here. Here, just think about these bushes. So I like to go in a line like this. This is what I've done. Go in a line and just sort of make one decision on where like that would be a bush, right? You don't want it completely like flat like that. Now this stuff here, you could friggin' just paint this. Who cares? We're gonna come back with a highlight, but in the interest of being consistent, we're gonna make sure that it does good. My friggin' easel is coming apart here. Uh, here, good. Just up to the top, you can leave some spots in there. Down here it's a little deep. Just add a little bumps that would be bushes sticking out. Okay, good. Take the tip of our knife, make sure it's wiped off, even though mine wasn't. We're going to take this point here, and we're going to just scrape, turn it sideways, scraping some stuff, just like Bob says, a few scrapes, whatever. Good. Okay, now we're going to take our round brush. I don't think we used this before, but we're going to today. And we're going to take some of that liquid white we use for the water line, because we're done with the water line. Like, this is the only stuff in the background that we're going to see. This pink stuff here in the back, there's no water line. It's so far back that it's in the horizon. So we're going to take the yellow, a little bit of the dark color, that makes it green. Okay, let me just get a little touch. Just dip the tip of the brush in the paint thinner. Okay, here. Okay, it might not seem like you have enough, but you have enough. You don't need too much. You don't want to go crazy here. And just start right just above. Just start pushing in, push, and then push, and just go until the brush runs out of stuff and it starts coming off, and then go back, get a little bit more. Okay, here, and then start on this side. Remember, our light is coming from this way, so you're going to see the most at the top here. See that? Right? And then you can stop, right? Because this part here is going to be light, or sorry, not as highlighted, just because it's furthest away. These ones are going to be much more highlighted. So take some of that white, mix it in with the yellow / green, whatever. A little bit more paint thinner, just a little bit. Excuse me, yeah, that's good. This is almost like a moss green kind of thing, which is fine. But you make it as yellow or as green as you like. More white. This is almost like a light green almost thing here, and just start here on these bushes. The same technique, same thing as this big one here. Here, there, good. Just reload the brush with every bush. Here, good. Oh, that's right. We have this pink one up here. Should we switch brushes? I guess whatever. This is the 1-inch brush. Just use up this pink here. Get some paint thinner, just to break it up and make this a pink bush there. Just go until you run out, and then just take whatever paint you got left. There, the green. whatever, this liquid white. We're almost done. So, and then we're going to just, there's going to be like some big overgrowth, but see how it's kind of muted? That's what you want for this background part, because it's not going to be as bright as these. So don't use as much. You're still going to see some, of course, but there, just fill it in. There. Just, you know, there's a spot where there's too much dark, just add it in there. All right, sweet. Let's see. Now, what should we do? Let's do one more thing real quick. This is kind of fun. We still have a decent amount of dark paint left. Okay. Still have a decent amount of dark. Okay. So let's take that and let's do ourselves a big tree. I like to do these a lot. Fan brush. Fan brush. Just load it up real thick with paint, and then, you know, decide where you want your tree. I'm going to put it right here. Boom. Big fat tree. Goes in front of everything. You know, whatever. I mean, you could put it more over here. Let's leave the sun open so that you don't notice it as much. Now, for these trees, what I like to do is you do one big bold line. Just decide and put it in. Then what I like to do is, let's say you add another limb here. Add the limb. Now, because there's two limbs, two major limbs, just make the trunk a little bit thicker. So use this second line to make the trunk a little bit thicker. Okay? And that's it, right? So now we're going to come back. Let me wash this brush real quick. Wash this fan brush. I have a little piece of chicken wire here in the bottom of this, like plastic tub, just so I can scrape the brush on it. Tap it off and then dry it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our knife. We're going to take that same dark color, which is, it's got sort of a blue tint to it, and we're going to take this white here and we're going to mix it. We're going to mix it like that. Just leave it marbled. You know, if it gets too light or too dark, just add more, just to sort of balance it out. You want it brighter than the tree itself, but not like, you don't want it like white. You definitely don't want it that. And then what I do is I come and I just scrape across. And you get like that. Now what I do is we're just going to tap. We're going to start tapping on the edge, right along the edge. This is a highlight. It does two things, actually. It highlights, and this is one of my favorite things on how to do trees, rather than looking like sort of smooth and whatever. This gives the appearance of bark, like, you know, the lines of bark on a tree, if you've ever seen a tree. Um, it's one of my favorite things. I'll be honest, I don't remember seeing Bob do this, but I kind of just like doing it. I'm not going to go so far as to say I invented it, but I don't remember. If you do see Bob doing this, please let me know, and he gets total credit. But just take your time. In the interest of time, I'm going to leave it there. But see how it kind of gives it like a little bit of a thingy. All right, now, the last step, we're going to take that same dark color. We're not going to put any leaves on this tree. This tree is sort of old, and he's lost all his leaves and stuff, but he's still there. He's just not doing so hot. So I'm going to take the script liner brush. I'm going to dip it into a massive, as much paint thinner as I possibly can, and then I'm going to mush it around. I'm just going to swirl it around. Like Bob said, it should be like ink, and I'm going to sort of just mix it in there. Now, I'm not going to lie, you're going to have to play with this a little bit and see what works best for you. Okay, this is going to take a little bit of practice, but just try. So liquid. If you need more paint or more thinner, then test it out. So what I'm going to do is, let's see. Now for this, you can either start at the base of the limb, or you could start out here and come back. I like to start out here and come back. For me, that works a little better. Wiggle, wiggle it, right? Do one limb, get some more paint. Somehow Bob's paintbrush never ran out of paint, so I don't know, he could just do like 8 limbs in a row. But for me, do here. And remember, just like this big limb, if you're going to do a second one like this, let that second one thicken up the base of the thing so it doesn't look skinny. Hopefully that makes sense. You know, and just add it in there. You know, put it wherever feels good here. You know, don't make it completely straight. I'll give you a few examples, and then that's the end of the video. But remember, all tree branches grow up and out, so you don't want something down. Just right here, here, right there. You get the idea. So just practice that. Uh, you know, you can put as many on there as you want, or as little as you want, whatever. It's, you know, uh, whatever your preference is. Uh, and that's it. Hopefully, uh, in when I was learning this as well as other things, it helped. Even though Bob has his channel, it helped for me to watch other people, and maybe someone would say something that maybe Bob had showed, but someone else explained it in a slightly different way, and then it clicked for me. Oh, okay, that's how you do it. So hopefully this helped in any way. If it did, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to do as many as I can for these, but these are large, long videos, so they take a little bit of time to upload. But I'm going to try to do one every week. Try to. If not, I'll do some shorts and stuff. But anyway, all right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you watching. While I clean up, I'm going to put the phone on the painting just so you can see the finished product. Wish I had some outro music like Bob. Dun, dun. I don't know. How's it go? Dun, dun. Uh, Sing it to yourself. Yeah, guys, this is so far this video has only been about maybe not even 25 minutes. 25 minutes to a half hour. That's pretty good. That means I did this painting in roughly about a half hour. Excuse me, which is pretty good because it used to take me like an hour and a half just to get everything set up and going and done and whatever. Um, but I've been doing it for about 4 years, so you know, anything that you do for any length of time, whether good or bad, becomes a habit, and you just get better, or you get faster and more efficient at it. Whether you know, like I said, whether you know, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. Hopefully, it's a good thing. So anyway, but when if you guys do decide to try one of these paintings, number one, let me know about it, please. Uh, Leave me a comment. I think maybe I'll put my email up in the description, or sorry, my bio, and you know, send me a picture. That would be great. Um, you know, if even one person tried to recreate this, then you know that would be extremely flattering. So anyway, all right, guys, I'm just about done cleaning up, so I'll end the video there. All right, guys. Thanks. See ya.